A major bridge in the U.S. city of Baltimore collapsed early Tuesday after being struck by a container ship, sending multiple vehicles and people plunging into the frigid harbor below. Dramatic footage showed a 300-meter vessel hitting the Francis Scott Key Bridge, bringing the steel-built structure crashing into the Patapsco River. Lights from what appear to be vehicles could be seen on the road surface as the bridge warped and crashed in sections, with the third tranche cantilevering upwards before it tumbled into the water. As daylight broke over the search and rescue operation with divers in the water looking for survivors, the horrifying extent of the incident became apparent. Twisted stanchions of steel lay draped over the deck of the ship, on which stacks of containers steered precariously, adding a further dimension of danger to rescue and recover work.
Still very much in an active search and rescue posture. Our sonar has detected the presence of vehicles submerged in the water.
Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott said the incident was an unthinkable tragedy, adding that we have to be thinking about the families and people impacted. He described images of the collision as like something of an action movie. The footage appeared to show the ship going dark twice in the moments before the collision, possibly indicating some kind of power failure on board.
Yes, and there was one report that it had, in fact, lost power. The fire department chief is saying that they will not put people on board that ship until they do a full damage assessment to determine how safe it is. And then they've got to evacuate the crew and determine how seaworthy the vessel is. However, at the moment, it seems to be fine. The NTSB will actually be running the investigation into how this happened. But I must say, the locals here are stunned that this ship would, first of all, crash into one of these pylons. Again, we don't know if they had control of the ship. And secondly, stunned that this bridge would be so vulnerable to collapse with the ship hitting a pylon. Just a whole series of questions that you can imagine the entire city is asking.
There was no immediate confirmation of the cause of the disaster, but Baltimore's Police Commissioner Richard Worley said there was no indication of terrorism. A huge emergency response swung into action after the collision. For MMU TV, I'm Kida Odhiambo.